welcome. It's a Wednesday morning. Yes, a beautiful, beautiful day out here in the city of Lagos. Coming to you live from our studios in Victoria Island. This is Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. We love sports as well. And that is what the locker room is all about. My name is Ayokunmi, and it's an action-packed morning as it always is. So we're looking forward to having a great time with you. You have a great time with us as well. And by us, I mean, I'm not doing this alone. You know already that joining me, even though virtually, but still, her presence fills the studio because she's larger than life, the one and only Tega Supreme. Tega, good morning to you. Welcome into the show.
Good morning. Do I sound great?
You sound
It's,
fantastic.
it's
Lovely.
been a day and a half. All right. So forgive my nasal presentation. We'll try to make it through today. All right. So what happened? What happened in the world of sports? All right. We'll touch on. Oh well, there was rain of dollars for the Tigresses.
Mm,
Um. So they got their own $100,000. So the rules now. Win and get $100,000.
bam.
Unfortunately, the Chan men haven't started so well, but let's see how they
Mm.
progress at the tournament. All right. So there was that. Also in the United States, sorry, it's not the United States of America. It's Montreal. Take, I don't confuse them. It's North America, but it's Montreal.
Canada.
Naomi Osaka is still pushing it. And yesterday she was brutal when she faced Elena Svitolina. We'll talk about what's going on there. We'll also talk about the hecklers on the men's side of the tournament. And then we'll touch a little bit on who Manchester United want to buy. Manchester United and Newcastle United are now dating the same person. So
Same girl.
uh, same girl, yeah. An Usher and R. Kelly thing. So we're going to talk about that fight this morning. What else? And just any other movements that have happened or could be happening in the transfer market. All right. So all of that and more coming up inside the locker room this morning. But before we do any talking, Kobe, tell us, how can we be part of the locker room this morning?
Alrighty, you can be a part of the locker room this morning, as always, as you always do. The WhatsApp number is ready, willing, and able to receive your messages. 0911 999 0911 Also join us on YouTube. We are streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Get your front row seats to all the great action and all the fun things we get up to in the locker room. So we shall begin our journey in North America, in Montreal, Canada, where teenager Victoria Mboko continued her fairy tale run at the Canadian Open as she breezed past Spain's Jessica Busas Manero to reach the semifinals.
A breeze is what it was. Again, it started as usual with a shaky serve from her. So I think she too needs to work on her serves. And I'm wondering why there is a plethora of good playing tennis female players that can't serve. It's like there's a problem with people serving in the WTA.
Mm.
So that's another thing we need to investigate because we're talking about Coco Gauff struggling on her serves and then Iga Swiatek struggling on her serves. And now we're looking at Victoria Mboko, another fantastic potential talent. This girl looks excellent. Her movement is great. Her vision, her shot selection, but that serve is very dodgy.
Hmm. I just wonder.
That serve is very dodgy. However, she was able to even with that dodgy serve, and it really is evident at the start of the match. So maybe some of it is nerves, and reading the room, but even the technique when you hit a double fault and both balls go into the net, it doesn't even go over the net, then it's a technique issue. Yeah, your toss up is either going a bit too forward, so your body is trying to lean into it when you're coming down. Also, it's just once it goes into the net a little too much, it's a technique issue. So maybe her team will sort that out. But despite that, she breezed. I kid you not, it was a breeze. Even when the girl thought, oh, I've broken Victoria Mboko, maybe her spirit is broken. The very next game, Mboko will break back in a disastrous way. Like the girl will hit her best shot, and Mboko will just slap it right back nonchalantly. So it
Right.
was she broke the girl physically and psychologically. But yes, that's how dominant she has been in Canada, and she faces Elena Rybakina, one of the few Grand Slam champions left in these draws. Remember, this is a 1,000 Masters, and a lot of the top seeds fell out pretty early. So Rybakina still being here is good news. So she faces Rybakina tonight. In the other match, it was Naomi Osaka against Elena Svitolina. And I kid you not, Naomi Osaka looks like she has rolled back the years. Remember I told you she's with Iga Swiatek's former coach? Yeah.
Right,
So,
right, right, right.
and Iga Swiatek is with Naomi Osaka's former coach.
What's happening here now?
So it was like they swapped. So,
Uh-uh.
but Iga Swiatek actually won with Naomi Osaka's former coach. Iga Swiatek actually won with Naomi Osaka's former coach, and then Naomi Osaka is looking to win with Iga Swiatek's former coach. So it is an interesting one to see what they can do between the both of them. But she's playing brilliantly. It's so amazing. It's almost like she's at peace, she's calm, she's confident, and it is the most devastating version of Naomi Osaka you can see. It breezed past Elena Svitolina yesterday. It was like Elena, at some point, Elena just gave up. She was like, there's nothing I can do. I've run around this court. I've hit my best shot. I've played my best forehands and backhands. This girl is just destroying me. So it was pretty daunting. But let's see if this form can carry on all the way to the finals and even the US Open.
It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, still talking about tennis. Let's switch to the men's side, away from the Wild Wild West. Let's head over to the men's side, where Alexander Zverev reached his 21st Masters 1000 semifinal on Monday by ending the Canadian title defense of Alexei Popyrin, winning 6-7, 6-4, 6-3 at the ATP Toronto Masters. And there was some drama in this one.
Yes. When he went on a 14 shot winning streak, and then somebody started to heckle him in the crowd very loudly, heckled him so badly, it distracted him that he missed his point. Well, of course, the security now had to come and then escorted the person out. I like tennis. They will just single you out and they'll just escort you out very simply. It's non negotiable.
Mm,
There are no explanations, no apologies. They can investigate later, but for the rest of the match, you'll be outside. And
just
tennis tickets are not cheap.
come and be going.
Exactly. So you pay that kind of amount of money just to be escorted out of the place. But yes, he was escorted out, and Sasha Zverev was able to hold his nerve and then win that match. But yes, yeah, Sasha Zverev, sometimes he goes into tournaments these days expecting it. Because remember the domestic violence case.
Mm,
A lot of tennis fans have not been very pleased with the way the ATP handled it, especially when the player settled out of court. People are like, this is three different women at three different points in time.
I mean, it looks like a pattern here.
It seems like a pattern accusing you of the same thing. And then the one that finally stuck, the one with the mother of his baby, he decided to settle out of court, and the ATP were saying, we are still carrying out investigations. How many investigations do you want to carry out? So their fans are not happy with him, even those that don't heckle him during the tournament. When he gets knocked out of a tournament, you need to see the celebration on social media. It's a completely different issue. It's like he has not paid for his crime, so every loss is their celebration. Um, at some point in time, there were some people also talking about the fact that it affects his mental health and we should be kinder. But he always expects that when he goes to tournaments. But this was really bad. It was so bad that I was sitting in Nigeria, I could hear the heckling.
Hmm.
That had to be escorted out.
And I'm glad something was done about that. Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Not the kind of things that we want to see or hear, as the case may be. All right, so let's leave the world of tennis for now. Head into the world of football, and let's talk about Thomas Partey, the former Arsenal footballer. Now, he was granted conditional bail on Tuesday after appearing in a London court on rape and sexual assault charges. Things are moving forward in this particular case here, Tega.
Yes. So at some point in time, some people were accusing Arsenal of actually trying to suppress or stall the case, because he'd been accused of these charges. It's not today. It's not. I think it was in the 20. What year is this? 2025. I think it was towards
Yeah.
the end of the 2022-2023 season. That's when these charges really. That's the first time we heard of these charges. Some people were now accusing Arsenal of finding a way to suppress it or da da da. But bottom line, the minute he was transferring out of Arsenal, it blew up. And so he has had to go to court. He pleaded not guilty on every charge. Um, and so he has been granted bail. He can now go up and join up with his teammates at Villarreal. But his lawyers can take it up from there maybe till the case is finalized in court. But
Mhm.
at some point, it was not looking really pretty. And I think even he wants to just leave London. He's done.
Hmm.
Because even with all the injuries that people were talking about and his age, Arsenal still offered him a contract. It was probably not the contract him and his agent wanted, but it was a contract
But the contract
nonetheless.
all the
But
same, yeah.
yeah, it seemed like he really wanted to leave London. So I'm guessing that's what has happened.
Hmm. Interesting what is going on here. I wish him all the best at the end of the day, and a resolution to the issues will come. If he's guilty, oh well. If he's not, all well and good. But I don't think anyone would want to be in this sort of situation where it's a case of maybe not doing exactly where it is that
Yeah,
they
it
are.
affects
So
your life.
yeah.
You're in limbo because the charges are still on. You can't really make plans. You can't really move forward. You are in limbo. So I think
Mm,
nobody wants to be here.
and of course, the court of public opinion, because even when you're not found guilty, when these sort of charges come out, people just tend to dissociate themselves from you
Yeah,
completely,
it,
think you're
it can
scared, and so
yes.
on.
It can completely just destroy your reputation. So it's a tough one, but let's see how it pans out for him.
Yes, indeed. Let's see how it pans out. All right, let's take our first break of the morning. When we come back in, we'll talk about the three-way that is going on between Man United, Newcastle, and of course Benjamin Sesko as well. Keep it tuned to the locker room here on Smooth 98.1. Hey, Newcastle have suffered, sha.
Newcastle have really suffered,
Everybody's just
and
saying, no, no.
Isak is using them to play. God, it's so tiring. Oh God, I'm so glad I've survived the first segment
Well,
of this. This nose is really. I
do you
sneeze. I kid
do
you
you use
not.
anything for it?
Not really. Just try to apply as much heat as possible. So yesterday was rough. Um, I used to use Procode until I couldn't decipher between fake and real.
Ah,
But Procode would have made me drowsy, so even I wouldn't have been able to take it last night. I'd have had to wait for this show to finish.
I'll
Then
take
I
it
would take
after.
it. Yeah. So it will make me sleep. Then by the time I wake up, everything will be dried up. But it's such a terrible. I sneezed all night. I kid you not. I could not sleep,
Well, hi.
and I had to stay with my head elevated. So I'm so glad that I can even make it through. So anytime I mute my mic, just know that I've gone off to sneeze.
Duly
And
noted.
yeah, and carry on. Like you know what happened? It wasn't the network. It was me going off to sneeze.
Mm,
Mm.
I get you. I get you.
Such a tough
Okay.
time.
Why there's so many ads in this sports?
Please leave us. So let's collect our money.
Money that we're not seeing.
Let's collect our money first.
Let me not say too much. Wow. Well, on YouTube. Let me
Yes,
not
so
talk.
please, exactly. Let's collect our money first, I beg.
There's
Please,
some
people should
comments.
bring your ads. Bring your ads, we'll play.
I will play it too. Unfailingly safe. People are on YouTube. LK is here. Uche Naoko is here. Namdi Okirike is here. Padre, that's father. I see you as well. Let me drink water.
Ayokunmi has disappeared. He has pulled up a magic trick. Where art thou? People, stop that.
I need to sip some water.
Okay. Because 1 minute you were there, 1 minute you were not there.
You can't see me.
You know? You're unavailable.
Okay, final one. Season will soon start. Our mental health will enter the field as well. Explosions.
Well, well.
What a time to be a United fan. What a time.
Hopefully, by the time the season starts, everything they would have made one or two bites. Because I can't believe it's Cesco that everybody is hustling for now. Cesco is like hustling for the backup singer. So it's not the place to be.
At all.
Uh,
All right, we're And we're back into the locker room. This is Smooth 98.1. Your love music, love live station. We love sports as well. You already know. My name is Ayokunmi. Welcome along to the second half of the show. Of course, you know I'm not alone. Tega Supreme is with me as well. We are biting into all the juicy sporting stories. You also get to have your say this morning, as always. WhatsApp, YouTube, places to be. Now, the WhatsApp number, it's 0911 999 0911 Now, you can also join us on YouTube and get your front row seats. Yes, you can find us at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Those are the ways you can join us on the show this morning. All right, Tega, let's jump into what's going on here. Man United, Newcastle, Benjamin Šeško. They've both placed competing bids for the striker, according to the German tabloid Bild reporting on Tuesday. The Red Devils made an initial bid of 85 million euros on Tuesday, and Newcastle reportedly made 80 million, upping that to 85, and so on and so forth. What's happening here? This three-way going on, eh?
at this point in time, the winner is the club because even Cesco still has to choose between playing for a big name like Manchester United or playing for an upcoming club like Newcastle United. And he's going to not just have to gauge where the brand he will play for. He's also going to play for the fans because when you think about it, uh, how will Manchester United fans react to him, and will he be allowed some time before he can start scoring? Because the
Mm,
pressure at Manchester United is different from the pressure at Newcastle.
I'm telling
With
you.
Newcastle, will he have an easy time to start scoring? And if he goes to Newcastle, is Isak still going to be there by the time he gets there? Which means that he will not have as much playing time, or his role will have to shift. But bottom line, it's a decision that him and his team have to make. If you ask me, this is just too much money. This bidding war has just made him a little more valuable than he really is.
You're
And
right.
with that added value comes added pressure.
Mm.
is the most ridiculous thing. Like I said, for Manchester United, they already knew they were going to buy players and transfer players. They should have started, they should have entered the market a little earlier. Especially as they were not at the Club World Cup.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
just enter the market a little earlier. It shows more intention. Now you just look reactionary, like you're trying to buy what's left.
And this is
You are
not
going
a
to
this
night
season thing.
market.
It's like a
Yes.
constant theme last few
It's a,
years.
in the last couple of years, it's been a constant. So you're entering night market and trying to look for the best vegetables. Most likely none left. You know, you have to make do with what you see. It's just ridiculous the amount that Tesco will be going for. Because again, I don't think it's worth it. But again, the player didn't ask for this. It's a market.
It's
It's
a
what you
market. I
can
mean,
bargain for.
it's a crazy market. I mean, look at Ekitike going to Liverpool and the amounts
The
paid for
amount.
him
Look
as
at
well. The
look at
market
Vince's
is
money.
nuts.
That the money that they used to buy him is not the kind of money you buy for a guy that you're going to give a few minutes to acclimatize to the new league. It's the kind of
Mm.
money you pay for somebody to hit the ground running,
And you hit it hard.
and you hit it hard.
Very,
So,
very, very
but
hard.
that's what we are now paying so that we can make excuses for the guy on social media. It's just it's a ridiculous market.
Yes, it is a ridiculous market. I'm talking about Florian Wirtz in question. Now, he says that his huge price tag doesn't matter as he prepares for his first season in the Premier League after a switch to champions Liverpool from Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, and that's what I was talking about. That money was a lot. And you now come and say, oh, that you're not under pressure. My guy, you were under pressure the minute the price went that high. You were under pressure the minute the club collected the money. And whether you like it or not, even if the players and the coaches will tell you that they're going to be around, they're going to help you to get through this, you are under pressure to deliver immediately. So preseason friendlies, you can get away with just warming up and warming your feet. See what happened at Arsenal yesterday. Sorry, when I say yesterday, a few days ago when they lost to Tottenham Hotspur and they introduced their new striker that went on a strike or a mini strike against Sporting so that
Mm.
he can transfer. When he did score his goals and he didn't come in, he didn't play all 90 minutes. He just came in for a brief period of time. Already, they started reporting his report card was ready. They had marked him a D student. Now imagine exactly. Now imagine you coming in with that amount of money. You now want to say you're not under pressure. My guy, I can guarantee you. If nobody tells you, let me be the first to introduce you to pressure. That's what you're under. And it's the English Premier League where the eyes of the world are on. And the pen of the writers in Britain, they are not kind.
At
So
all. At
trust me,
all.
you're under pressure.
I just wonder, how the entire market just went haywire. I mean, looking at players like Tyler Dibling of Southampton, of course, Everton have made attempts to sign him. They made an offer of 27 million pounds or thereabouts. Southampton said no. They want at least
I,
48 million. I mean, he's
they want
19. They got
exactly.
relegated. Come
Look,
on.
the cost of living has gone up. Let's just start from there. The cost
Yeah.
of living globally, don't only think it's a Nigerian inflation problem. The cost of living globally has gone up, but the transfer market has been steadily rising.
Mm,
And it came with the infusion of all this oil money and all. Before when it was Europe, there were checks and balances because people will be checking without before financial fair play. People will just be checking how much you're making before you spend. With the influx of money from everywhere, and don't forget the role of bet companies.
right, right. There's that as well. There's that
There's
as
that
well.
too. Before we start blaming only oil money, let's not forget the influx of bet companies, and that
Mm,
just threw some madness into the transfer market.
yes, indeed. Okay. Moving on. Let's talk about. I mean, I can't believe we're talking about two